guys, welcome to the mix. We have survived Pink Friday and Cyber Monday and all that jazz, and we're going to make up for some lost time here. We did miss the weekend. I tried doing a live thing, not sure if any of you caught it. Yeah, jury's out on whether or not that works, and also the quality looked terrible when I watched it back, but either way, we might do some more of those in future, but lots of things to cover weekly roundup-wise. Deadline countdown is on for Christmas, quite literally, because it's the 1st of December now, so you got your advent calendars, Cocoa Plus or otherwise. Hopefully you've dived right in. Yeah, so we've got some things that literally just arrived, so we're going to introduce you to here, and then we've got some gift bundle things and everything else as well. So, yeah, in terms of Roundup and Black Friday, it was obviously a really busy time. Thank you so much for anyone who jumped in, got involved in the Pink Friday, I should say. Yeah, much bigger than last year again for us. We actually tried to scale it back, believe it or not, but somehow I think we ended up doing more freebies and more other things than we've done before. Either way, it seems you guys got a kick out of it, and what's more, the couriers by and large didn't mess it up hugely. So yeah, anyone who's ordered, I hope your orders have turned up in good time and stuff. And yes, well, Christmas is coming up, so it's a case of getting as many in for that as possible before the wind down there. Anyway, all that aside, new stuff. We're going to start with probably let's start with the butters. So you can see a little tower here. We got 3 new nuts and more fairly recently. The apple crisp, the banana nut, and the spiced pumpkin pie. We introduced those probably, was it 2 or 3 weekly roundups ago? It might be more than that now. It's been really, really popular. In fact, we sold out the banana nut first, which I didn't call, and then the apple crisp, and we still had some pumpkin left. Well, we got those back in, so we've had a full restock across the entire range, so perfect time to stock up if you're looking to get them for Christmas. They're great gifts and stuff as well, suitable for this indulgent time of year. And we've got 3 new flavours. I don't know why they didn't stop at that first batch of seasonal ones. Nuts and More seem to be on a roll at the moment, and they've actually introduced another one, which is a mocha cappuccino or something like that we don't even have yet. So keep an eye out for that. But right now, we've got a wonderful trio to tell you about. Let's start with the big headline one, Gingerbread. So yes, peanut butter, high protein, the usual stuff with Nuts and More. Gingerbread, again, it promises spice, and it delivers spice. In fact, to me, this is what the pumpkin pie really should have been. The pumpkin pie was actually less spicy, less spiced, less, less festive and whatever than it has been in years gone by. This one kicks it back up a lot. So yes, ginger is big in there. But there's a load of cinnamon, there's a load of nutmeg, there's a load of clove. It's kind of anything. It's like a super jazzed up carrot cake kind of thing. There's no texture or crunch or anything. They haven't put anything weird and wonderful in there. But the flavour is really, really strong. Definitely more spice than the pumpkin we've got down there. And if that was your kind of thing, but you just wished it was a little bit more, this is the butter for you. And yeah, we only put these up yesterday, and as you can imagine, these are selling incredibly quickly. So we got a load. We should be all right. I could actually try a load of these things. There's not a huge amount to actually show with the various butters. Yeah, but just on smell alone, that's wonderful. There are a couple of other ones as well, so we'll move on, really. Gingerbread, all we can say, it's very spicy, but the spice is offset by a sort of rich brown sugar note that's running through this, and this is definitely my favourite of the first 3 that have come in. However, that doesn't mean to say it's the biggest surprise of them. That would fall with, well, probably either of these 2 we've got down here. So let's jump on. We're going to go for the other, this is another dairy one, so I mean this one's vegan, so we'll come to that in a sec. Mint chocolate chip. Mint, peanut butter, mint and chocolate and peanut butter. In fact, it's not a combination we've seen very often. I think maybe Hog Nuts did one a little while back, but yeah, very few other butters have actually attempted. Obviously, the mint and chocolate combo is a bit of a niche one anyway, but to chuck peanut butter into the mix as well, yeah, it's a bit odd, but this one was an amazing surprise. Unfortunately, I've kind of hacked away at this. But as soon as you open this one, there are actually chocolate chips embedded in it. And the chocolate chips themselves almost seem to be filled with a kind of dark chocolate liqueur, so it explodes out when you bite into them. It adds a load of moistness versus the thicker set milk chocolate of the peanut butter, and the peanut butter itself is obviously infused with mint flavouring too. It all sounds very confused, but basically what you're left with is a fairly intense minty experience that... It's not a sharp mint. It's smoothed out by the sweetness and then the chocolate. I'll tell you what, I'm going to try it because then I might actually be able to convey it in a more useful sense. But if I scoop out a load of the if I scoop out a load of the choc chips here, you actually see what's on the surface. That's what Millie said. Oh, we had to get choc chips in the camera in the shot, or it wouldn't really cut it. But bring that in, you see a huge mix of texture going on in there. And as I've dug in, obviously my peanut butter fork. Is that focused?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you've got chips, you've got kind of gooey, rich, almost darker chocolate, and then you've got the thick-set peanut butter itself. So there's an incredible amount going on here, and yeah, this definitely fits my macros. It really is so unusual. Okay, I'm just going to keep going then, but wow. So yeah, peanut butter, the flavour itself, really takes a massive back note here. You don't instantly know you're eating anything peanut buttery. It is so chocolatey, and the mint. It is very much like the fondant filling inside an After Eight or something. It's yeah, almost. I say liqueur, but it's almost like liquor-like. It's so intense. But offset again with the chocolate. It pulls it right back. I don't know. Gotta say, it's a very unusual flavour combo, particularly in peanut butter. And Nuts and More have done an amazing job of balancing that one out, and at the same time making the butter look really fucking cool. So yeah, this is definitely recommended. If you don't like mint, as we always say with mint things, you're not going to like this at all. That's a given. But if you're in any way a fan of mint and chocolate, absolutely try this. I can't recommend that more strongly. I don't think Millie was a huge fan of this butter, but the rest of the team, we were all really pleasantly surprised with how this one came out. It's sophisticated, sure, as the mint flavour. It is a slightly more acquired taste, I suppose. But for the peanut butter, that is so much nicer than I was anticipating it would be. And it deserves to do really well. So definitely try that one at some point, guys. And I guess mint and chocolate is quite a Christmassy thing. Whether you're talking about After Eights around the table and things like that, doesn't really matter. But it's yeah, it's an after dark sort of butter. And yeah, I think that'll blow you away. The final one here. I'm going to clean my fork. I always eat peanut butters and indeed ice cream with a fork. Don't ask me why. Yeah, it's better when it's harder, I suppose. I never spread these things, and it's just, I guess I can really choose the chunks with the fork. I don't know. This is an absolute first for Nuts and More. We have had some vegan protein peanut butters before. So the ones from like No Cow, and we've had some Hog Nuts vegan protein peanut butters before. I think there might have been a couple of others we've tried, but yeah, it's still very unusual. There's not many of them on the market. Obviously, peanut butter itself tends to be vegan. It's only when they add in things like whey protein that Nuts and More tend to do that you pull it away from the dairy-free side of the market. Anyway, they've gone in with one of their butters. What have they called? They've got a very uncatchy name. Yeah, plant-based protein peanut butter. They don't even mention a flavour. But if you look at the label on it, they do mention vanilla spice. And indeed, you get vanilla spice in there. It's still sweet as well, so the naturally sweetened stuff, like the rest of the Nuts and More ones. And it successfully manages to balance out the unavoidably savoury nature of the pea protein they put in there with the sweetness you'd expect from Nuts and More. So yeah, it smells wonderful. The vanilla really comes through. The sweetness is strong, but as I say, it's offset with the aftertaste, the savoury. So we'll dive into that in a sec. To me, I've definitely had something along the lines of this before. It's just a natural peanut butter. That, I guess, is the main flavour that comes through. The original Nuts and More flavour, I don't even know if they make it anymore. The straight-up peanut butter they used to make is a lot more like this. So again, given that they've kicked in as a kind of default offering here, that's a very good place to start. Maybe they'll start doing mint ones and things like that, but we'll see. In this one, the first thing we noticed is it is a touch runnier than the other Nuts and More flavours. That's probably to do with the whey protein isolate. Whey, as you'll know when you're making sludge with it or anything like that, can be quite sticky. So it reacts with the water that way, whereas plant-based stuff, it's why it's good for baking and stuff as well, it tends to be more stable. So it's not getting bound the same way as whey protein might make something else get bound. But yeah, pea protein here, still got a lovely golden colour, lovely smooth texture, and in terms of the flavour, yeah, almost like honey. You'd almost think there's honey in there. In fact, is there honey in there? I don't know if you heard that, but Millie's sarcastic comment was that no, there's no honey in there because then it wouldn't be vegan. Well, duh. She is, of course, right. Very, very helpfully chucking that one in there. It does taste like, honey-like natural sweetness, basically. That's what I'm getting. I didn't think that one through. Honey's always one of those borderline vegan things that confuses me. Yeah, so you get sweet, you get quite subtle spice that comes through from vanilla and the natural peanut butter. Right on the aftertaste, you can tell there's pea protein in there. You can tell it's a plant-based product. But if you're used to having dairy-free things, if you're used to having vegan protein powders, some of the vegan snacks, you're going to be very, very used to that flavor. It's far from offensive. Even if you're not vegan, you'll probably get a kick out of this butter. It's got a whole different kind of indulgence to some of the other range here, but it still fits in quite nicely with it. So, for your plant-based one, that is there. That's in the bundle with all the rest of them as well. It's the same price. There's no silly vegan price hike or anything that we see with certain brands. And it's definitely worth a try. So if you've got any kind of plant-based, dairy-free leanings, there's not a lot on the market like it. It still scores the 11 grams of protein per serving. It still scores the low sugar and everything else. So it fits in perfectly with the rest of the nuts and more awesomeness. And if they do more stuff, then we'd have to see some chips in it or something like that. Who knows? They can get more creative. But it's quite bold of them to have done it, and it's pretty nice. So yeah, that's worth a go as well. Okay, butter's done. Actually, butters are not quite done. If you caught that little live video the other day, we did briefly mention it. Obviously, we got just a few of the Hog Nuts Christmas pudding butters in, which are really awesome, and actually, I think we've got about a dozen left or something like that. So we're not getting any more after this. If you want that for Christmas, grab it now if you want to stock up for after Christmas, because it really is that good. We got those. We also managed to wrestle in some of the Ultimate Cinnamon Bun and the Billionaire Shortbread. Both of these were the best sellers while we still had stock of Nuts and More for the last releases they did back in the summer. I've said Nuts and More, Millie shaking her head. See, this is why it's good when I don't do these on my own. For Hog Nuts. And so, yeah, when we had a chance to get a few more, we said, just do these two. These are our favourite. Obviously, the Ultimate Cinnamon Bun, again, the bestseller there. But this is a deep, rich spice cinnamon butter. Not too dissimilar to the gingerbread from these guys, but it's got a kind of frosted topping on it. So there's like a sweetener sort of, like a Danish bun type swirl done on the top. It's a difficult one to show because of the sticker, but yeah, it's in there, guys. If you had it, you know it. It's all there, all present and correct. That's a delicious butter, and this one is full of crunchies and biscuity pieces and like caramel flavour, and it's really indulgent, high protein, 30% protein plus, I think. They're in the mix now, and they are in the Hog Nuts bundle alongside the Christmas pudding peanut butter. So get them while they're here. With the Hog Nuts, I don't know how much longer they're going to go. So if you've been waiting for those to come back in, and some of you might have been waiting a very long time, like me, then up there now. Okay, snack time. Woo! This is always slightly more fun and easier to show on screen, and we've got some amazing ones here. Swolesome. So we're gonna go in with this. Always a battle keeping up with demand, keeping up with like stock on these. So if there's any flavors you've been waiting on, we do try and bring them all in, but we've kind of snowballed straight from the awesome Halloween range with the slime bars and stuff, going through into the Christmas one. So we've rapidly been trying to try out some new things, and Mandy's been churning them out in the interim. But basically from here on out, what we've got of the regular Thunder bars and the regular Swolesome bars are all we're probably going to see until after Christmas now. So we're going to really concentrate on cracking out this Christmas range. I think for vegans, someone did ask online, we have more of the caramel shortcake vegan Thunder bar coming in. It's kind of rich and indulgent and Christmassy and stuff anyway. With a sort of deep salted caramel nature to it. So we have got that coming in for you guys. Unfortunately though, all the other Christmassy bits here, they do have whey protein in. But for those who can enjoy them, they are absolutely exceptional. We're going to introduce you to a few bits. Okay, well they say it's got lovely Christmassy foil wrappers. So they all look incredibly seasonal. We got gingerbread cookie, adorned with gingerbread men. We have got Santa's protein baubles, teehee. Which are lovely and red and shiny there. We've got mince pie, and we've got hazelnut roast. So it's kind of nut roast, but with the hazelnut. Yeah, bit of a joke there. We've got, I will show you one of these. Probably the Santa's baubles are the most, perhaps, quirky of everything we've got. The hazelnut roast and the gold wrapper at the end there, that is... if you take all that's best about the triple chocolate Thunder bar that so many of you know and love, if you take that, infuse it with kind of Nutella, infuse it with hazelnut chunks, infuse it with like crunchy granola and stuff we've got going on in there. There's a lovely mix of textures. There's golden garnishy baubles on the top, and super fudgy inside. So that's probably one of my faves of the lot. And the photographs on site are wonderful that Millie's taken there. So you want to see a bit more like what's inside the wrapper, check it out. But I mean, it's going so quick anyway, guys. You know they're going to be good. Mince pie, classic mince pie with a Swolesome kind of white chocolate wrapper on it, including shortbread style pastry on the top, real mincemeat on the inside. Yeah, great mix of textures, and it's a really good nod to everyone's favourite kind of little pastry desserty thing this time of year. This mince pie is one Maddie wanted to pull off, and she did. She nailed it. So that's in as well. There's the silver wrapper and gingerbread cookie. Gingerbread. Well, yeah, we've just done the butter. Who doesn't love gingerbread this time of year? This one's got real candied ginger pieces inside it. It's got a kind of butterscotchy sweetness. I mean, it's like a kind of toffee flavour overall, obviously with the gingerbread spice going on. White chocolate coated, and then on top of that, there's fudge chunks too. So, yeah, super decadent, and yeah, nearly everyone's favourite flavour combo right now. So, Santa's Baubles, that's the slightly quirky one. It's not technically in the Thunderbar range, but we put it all in the bundle to give you guys slightly better value and make it make sense buying more of them this time of year. I'll show you that. So these two red balls here, they're actually two different balls inside. So one is Choc Chip cookie dough and one is carrot cake. And yeah, carrot cake, another near and dear flavour to our hearts. So we wanted to get it in here in some way. So the carrot cake ball is red and the other one is a kind of white chocolate coated one. So we'll show you these. Here's two balls we opened earlier. So we'll start with this one. Okay, this kind of pinky red thing here is the carrot cake ball. So it's spiced inside, it's cakey, it's kind of gooey on the wrapper here. Right, go on then, bring it in. Bit melty. So, yeah, carrot cake on the inside. You've got a chocolate coating, obviously dyed a nice seasonal pinky red, and it's got a little crunchy candy cane style pieces on the top. Here we go. Okay. Oh. Very candy cane style. It crunches. It's soft and cakey. It's spiced. We got some nuts going on in there. I'm getting ginger. Is that pecans? No, it was pecans with the nuts. Oh no, walnuts. Oh shit. Yeah, chocolate coated carrot cake. There's nothing really to do wrong there. I don't think... Actually, Maddie did have a carrot cake bar in the past, didn't she? Millie said. Yeah, so yeah, she can obviously... It's a flavour she's done quite well. Rolled into a fun Santa's Bauble. That one's great. And final one here. Again, super seasonal decoration. We've got sprinkles. We've got everything. Let's hold the Bauble packet up so you can see the cute labels as well. More of Millie's fine work there. So this is vanilla kind of choc chip cookie dough inside. So I can get a chip for you guys. Oh. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, that's delicious. So many different seasonal sprinkles going on. That one's a little thicker. It's like Maddie's cookie dough she used to sell separately that we will eventually get back in, along with chocolate chips as well. Kind of vanilla overall flavour to it. Yeah, just like cookie dough in fact. So cookie dough wrapped in white chocolate with seasonal sprinkles. Brilliant. Sort of milk and cookies was a theme there and that's pulled off perfectly. So there you go. Santa's Baubles, hazelnut roast, mince pie and gingerbread cookie. All in the mix now. And we're going to try and keep these rolling until Christmas. There will be some stock shortages because we just can't get enough in. But we think you'll love these. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth the selection we had last year. It's just as good. We've moved some things around, the Saturday No Yule log, but these are really cool as well. I mean, particularly the hazelnut roast would be a great swap in for that. Okay, those snacks done. One more snack we're going to do. And again, we've had these for a couple of weeks. We got them in just before Pink Friday, but we just had no time to introduce them. So these are from Applied Nutrition. Applied Nutrition, we might even have some of their pre-workout lurking around there. We've certainly got their flavour drops you'll have seen on site. They're quite popular, calorie-free things and kind of bubblegum flavour and toffee, and they're really cool. Applied Nutrition do loads and loads of different supplements. Sadly, we don't actually offer many of them. They're not the most obvious bedfellows for our range in the mix. I'm getting stuff pointed out. There you go. Yeah. We do the pre-workout all back everything. I'm not even sure we've got that on the site actually, but in the store it goes down quite well. Folks like it, and it's quite a powerful one. Anyway, they got in touch with us saying, oh, we're doing a bar, would you guys like to get involved? So we were like, okay, send some along. And they're not exactly known for their snacks, they're doing energy gels and everything else. We didn't really have the highest hopes, plus we saw the packets, you can see them here. It doesn't look ugly at all, but it's a little bit kind of classic, a little bit beige, a little bit uninteresting versus some of the other wacky stuff. I mean, you know, not to slag them off at all, but I mean, when you've got stuff like this going on, and then you get these, it's kind of, okay, let's see what you've done, guys. Well, the proof of the pudding is always in the eating, so we will always try anything here, and if it's good enough, you'll find it in the mix. Anyway, it's an all-new format. They call it a high-protein, low-sugar bar. It's not really that. It is high-protein, yep. It is low-sugar, yep. But it's more of a kind of caramel square, and it instantly reminds me of the Thornton's ones. This is why I wrote in the listing, but when I was a kid, I used to smash these. So these are like the shortbread base, caramel, chocolate coating. We used to get in bakeries, you get it in Sainsbury's and stuff in different packs. Anyway, they've done this in a protein format. So I'm going to open this straight away so you see what's going on. Millie's taken a great photograph with kind of oozy golden caramel on. This one is a little bit cold, so it won't look quite as decadent. But there you go. Oh God, it smells amazing coming straight out. I don't know where the hell they've got the flavouring system from for this. It is sweet, it is really sweet, but it just smells 100% authentic. So let's see, it's got more caramel that side. So there you go. So you can see the 3 layers. You've got milk chocolate on top. You've got quite a generous caramel core. This is actually the hazelnut one. So there's a classic caramel, there's a hazelnut one too, and there's actually a white chocolate orange one coming out in the new year. So really excited for that. White chocolate tends to kick things up a bit. So this is a nice one to see where they take this one further from... sorry, Millie's mouthing at me, it always throws me off. The white chocolate one is always an extra step in terms of decadence. So these are pretty decadent as it is. To throw white chocolate in as well, that's only going to make things even jazzier. Anyway, so I'm going to take a bite of these. You've got Protein Krispies making up the base. It's chocolate infused as well, and obviously hazelnut flavour. Okay. God, I love these. Got it? Yep. So I was determined to actually try eating one of these on the camera as well. They have actually gone really well. So I don't know if people just love applied nutrition or because they've been like craving for a crispy chocolatey square thing like this. But they taste absolutely amazing. Super low sugar, less than 2 grams a bar. And the rest of the macros are pretty good as well. I think it's 15 grams of protein. They're vegetarian as well, which is, you know, rare in some of the protein snacks these days from the UK brands. And yeah, we just think you'll love them. So don't let the packaging put you off. We haven't even got boxes. I'm not even sure they've made boxes for them at this point. So even if you order the box size, you will just get separates here. But yeah, both flavours absolutely amazing. I probably prefer the caramel to the hazelnut, but the hazelnut just adds a little bit of nuttiness. It's also awesome. We had them in loads of our Pink Friday bundles and things. So you might have tried these already. You know how good these are. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there you go. So that's all the kind of regular rangey stuff we've got in. Final thing to mention is Christmas really is coming now. We are in December, so we can legitimately start talking about it. We're going to have to decorate the shop. We're going to have to decorate the website next. But aside from the Swolesome Christmassy things and the Christmassy gingerbread and pumpkin spicy butters here, we actually have some pick and mix gift bundles. So you can see these cute little things here. We've got a few more coming up as well. But we've got these for kind of everything, so we're going to keep knocking them out. They always go really well for us each time of year. These little ones are around about $9.99, I think, and you get 4 or 5 bars and snacks in one of these packs, along with the cute mascot sticker with the snowflakes and the pink labels, and you get like a name tag thing on as well. Great little stocking fillers and some of our favourites in there. In fact, we have a favourites one which has got like Carb Killer, it's got Battle Bites in it. A few other bars we like a lot, some of the best sellers through the year, a few of those in. The Big Daddy one we've always done is the kind of monster favourites mix, and it goes into this old style sweetie jar. Yeah, we've got some different stickers coming for the front as well, but it basically looked like this, and stickers on top and everything. Again, cute gift. This has got like 20 things in it? 15? Yeah, so I mean, there's quite a lot in. Some of the mini bars, some are full-size things. As much as we can cram into one of these bad boys, basically. So this is kind of the ultimate protein snacky treat thing. We can churn out in the mix, and it's some of our absolute favourites. So this would be very much enjoyed come Christmas morning or afterwards. It'll keep you going for a while, but yeah, they're pretty cool. So they're on site now, and look out for even more of them coming in. And we do have some American candy bits. We've got little Reese's trees. We've got Twixy things. There's a bunch of other stuff you'll see on site as well, and we're still looking at a few bits actually. Probably the big feature thing that has already started selling quite well, and we're so glad we got them back for this year, is the ridiculously large Snickers. So this is a half a kilo, it's 400, it's a, what's that, 1 pound thing, 454 gram of it. They used to call it the XXL Slice and Share. I think everyone said, no way am I going to share that. So they seem to have lost that moniker for this year. But yeah, still massive retro Snickers look to it. It's one big, massive hunk of chocolate, peanut, caramel, nougat, all that Snickersy goodness in a slab like this. So this will either keep you going through the entire festive period yourself, or it's a wonderful gift and it'll fill up a stocking all in of itself. Or you could bludgeon some with it. Hey, you could probably even do curls with it. But these things really are quite monstrous. So we can only get a certain amount of these in, but grab them while you can on those. We used to do the big Reese's peanut butter cups, but again, guys, check out supermarkets and things. They're fairly common there now, so they can do better value than we can. So we didn't want to try and fleece you on any of those, but they're awesome too. Snickers one, yeah, hard to get hold of, and has always gone quite well for us. So they're in the mix along with a bunch of other stuff. The Christmas section is on site. Look for the buttons and various menu options. We are adding stuff to it as quickly as we can because, as I say, we are running out of time. And on that, this has been another massively long one, but we did have a little to catch up on, and it's great to see you guys again. And also, the other thing you might have noticed is I finally got a haircut. So it took a very long time to do it, and that was the day before yesterday. Yesterday, in fact, I finally got the time. So I look less like a hobo. Woo! Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for checking out this latest weekly roundup. Things are gradually going to get more festive over the next little while, and we'll keep you posted with everything as we rocket towards the big day. So anyway, have a fantastic weekend, guys. See you again soon.